Welcome to our Rayshape training video. This is Chuck from Dental Chronicles, and today Jorge will be walking you through the new shape panel in the Rayshape software, provided by Huge Dental USA. In this video, you'll learn how the software works, how to use the nesting tool, and get a general overview of how to upload and prepare files for 3D printing. Let's get started.
First off, what we're going to do is we're going to be opening the Rayshape panel. Then we'll be clicking on Slicer. After that, the Volkswagen Downs Tangle software will turn on. Then we will click on Open File. And on Open File, we'll be looking for the file or the folder where we are downloading or uploading our jobs from different source. Now, note is you will need to use, or the folder will need to be a STF file. So if you're printing, for example, dental model, and make sure it has a base. STF file will have to be some sort of a thickness or a base to help you have a best approach and a successful print. For this example, we use a normal 3D printed model that we created with a third-party software for dental. This one, we are searching for the file. We are opening the file. It will be open. Now, you will get a warning. Usually using different type of files, they record in different ways. Now, when they're saved, sometimes they save in different Y, Z, and X angles. So the different position might throw an error. Not on this one. The good thing with Volkswagen Tangle nesting software is that it allows you to repair broken mesh inside the STF file. Now for this one, it's giving me a warning saying whether I want to repair it or whether I want to ignore it. So you don't have to. I see few occasions in which you have to repair it based on maybe the mesh was broken and it was somewhere when it got generated, the STF file, it had like a hole, a tunnel, what is called, mesh tunnel, or a broken mesh, in other words. But usually if you ignore it, the software will compensate that, and when creating the slice, it'll correct that. So on this one, we did not. I just ignore it, move forward, click OK after the warning. Now, obviously, if you guys can see, the model is upside down. So it looks like the Z was off, and that's why it was throwing off the error. It looked like when it got saved and exported from the dental software, it saved it in the proper position. So this model being an upper, it basically save it on the upper being like the maxillary position, which is upside down, and if it will be lower, it will be in the mandibular position. Now this is an easy fix. On this one, we just need to toggle to the top right of the screen, and then we'll have couple options, icons. One will be, the main things you're going to be using will be the rotate it and then the move. Those are like the main things, keys that you're going to use for when nesting your cases. On this one, we are rotating by different ways. You can either highlight on the tubes that you can see on the screen, yellow, kind of move it. Now, if you click on the orb or the little ball that shows like a little shadow orb, now that allows you to move it freely. So you won't move it in a synchronized movement. It will allow you to move it freely. So I would suggest, you can play with the software and see what, works for you best. Next, we just trying to align this properly. So then we're just gonna flip that over And you can see the tubes are more synchronized. It allows you to make more of a consistent turn without losing the positioning on your model. Once we got it like almost flat in the plate, you don't have to be perfect. The software will compensate for that. Now, if you guys can see on the top right, click support, and support is not activated. Now, the reason why is because we're not activating our model. In order for the supports to be activated or any of those keygens to be activated, we have to click on the model, and the model would turn into a purple color. That means the model is highlighted or the working file is highlighted. Now at this point, we clicked on it, it turns purple. Now if we go back to supports, we're ready to send this to the support using the auto-generated support system. It's already calculated, it's preset. If you have, if you wanna, the taller it goes from the plate, the longer it takes to print. The shorter it gets from the plate, the faster it print. But you take in consideration if you have a lot of details or there's a lot of space in between, you will need to put supports. So I'll kind of give it in like a happy medium and allow the software to kind of do both the consistency and to give me a successful print. So I have set my Z height at 6.5 millimeters. We're gonna move to the slide. Once we click export slides, at this point it's ready to move straight forward. So now if you look at the top of the screen on the left side, you will have what is called export format. It will have to export it as a Rayshape slice folder, which will be the RSLC. Now you can name it, your file, however you want it. You can put the name of the case or the name of the print, however you want to name it. And once you click OK, then it's already set and will be sent directly to your printer. So now at this point, the software of the nesting is also talking to your printer. Now both will be allowed to make any changes. If you go back and you can re-upload it, it will be saved on your printer as many times. Now just note to self is once you go back, you will have to resend it again if you change the name or anything. Now another quick tip on this one is it always save on the C drive. So for some reason you lose a print or you want to reprint something, you can always go back to your C drive, and it's located on the user data roaming shape panel, and it'll be under the file called MI225. So at this point, we are ready to send the job to the printer. Printer will be thinking. Now that it's gone, we'll close the folder. We'll go back to our shape panel on our Rayshape, and it'll be right there. So all we need to do is apply. Once we can apply, now this point we save it and it's already sending it to your printer to ready to be print, or you can save it directly into your thumb drive and you can manually force it or load it into your printer, or you can direct send to the Wi-Fi to your printer. At this point you're done. My printer is off, but same step, I can use the send by IP address, or I can send it directly to my printer if it would be turned on, or you can send it manually. So thank you. If you guys got any questions, I will leave some some of my details in the video and my contact. And if you have any questions, you can contact Richard from Huge Dental USA. He is one of the main persons to get you more details about the printers and the softwares and the materials. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.